Carthage, one of the greatest cities of the ancient world. It once stood as Rome's greatest rival, a jewel of trade and culture in North Africa, a hub of commerce that connected different civilizations across the Mediterranean. Its harbors bustled with merchants from Greece, Egypt, and Iberia, trading everything from gold to exotic spices. But did you know that in 698 AD, it fell for the last time, ending more than 800 years of history? This was more than just the fall of a city. It was the final nail in the coffin of Byzantine rule in North Africa, a region that had once been a cornerstone of the Roman Empire. The fall came at the hands of Arab forces under the brilliant general Hasan ibn al-Nu'man. But Carthage was no stranger to destruction. This legendary city had already suffered the wrath of Rome centuries earlier. Let's take a journey through time and explore its legendary rise, its epic wars, and its multiple downfalls. Enjoying the adventure so far? Smash that like button, subscribe, share your thoughts, and drop a comment below. Also, follow me on Spotify, subscribe to my Patreon, support me on Buy Me a Coffee, and join me on Ko-Fi for more epic historical journeys. Carthage was founded by Phoenician settlers around 814 BC, according to legend, by Queen Dido. What started as a small colony quickly flourished into a maritime superpower, dominating trade routes across the Mediterranean. Carthaginian merchants were experts in commerce, their navy unmatched in speed and skill, and their city, a marvel of engineering and culture. By the 4th century BC, Carthage controlled vast territories, stretching across North Africa, parts of Spain, Sardinia, and Sicily, securing its place as one of the most powerful cities of the ancient world. But Carthage wasn't just about trade. It was also a military force to be reckoned with. Its powerful army, which included elite mercenaries from different regions, was feared by enemies far and wide. However, Carthage's greatest challenge would come in the form of a rising empire across the Mediterranean, Rome. Their fierce rivalry would shape the course of history, leading to some of the most legendary conflicts the ancient world had ever seen. The Punic Wars, 264 to 146 BC, were some of the bloodiest and most consequential conflicts of the ancient world. Carthage and Rome fought 3 brutal wars over dominance of the Mediterranean, each one escalating in intensity. Carthage's most famous general, Hannibal Barca, became a legend for his audacious strategy. In 218 BC, he led a massive army, including war elephants, across the treacherous Alps, a feat no one thought possible. He won stunning victories against the Romans, striking fear into the heart of the Republic. But Rome was resilient. Over time, it adapted to Carthage's tactics, and by 146 BC, after years of conflict, the Roman army, led by Scipio Aemilianus, laid siege to Carthage. The city held out for nearly 3 years before finally succumbing. The destruction was complete, buildings were burned, its people were enslaved, and according to legend, the Romans even salted the earth to ensure that nothing would ever grow there again. But Carthage's story wasn't over yet. Despite its destruction, Rome saw the strategic importance of Carthage's location. In 44 BC, Julius Caesar ordered its reconstruction, and under the Roman Empire, it became one of the most important cities in North Africa. The new Carthage flourished, serving as a major center of trade, agriculture, and learning. It provided Rome with essential resources like grain, olive oil, and exotic goods from Africa. But as Rome weakened, Carthage became vulnerable once more. In 439 AD, the Germanic Vandals, led by King Genseric, seized the city and turned it into the capital of their short-lived kingdom. From there, they launched devastating raids across the Mediterranean, even sacking Rome itself in 455 AD. The Byzantines eventually reclaimed Carthage in 533 AD under the great general Belisarius, restoring it to Roman rule once again. Yet, the city would not remain in Roman hands for long. A new and powerful force was rising in the east, ready to strike at the weakened Byzantine territories. By the late 7th century, the Islamic Caliphate was expanding rapidly, sweeping across the former territories of the Roman and Persian empires. In 698 AD, Hasan ibn al-Nu'man led a massive Arab force to conquer North Africa once and for all. Carthage, weakened and isolated, found itself under siege. The Byzantines, though desperate to hold on to their last stronghold in the region, were facing internal struggles in Constantinople and failed to send reinforcements in time. After a fierce battle, the Arab forces stormed Carthage, burning it to the ground once more and driving out or massacring its last inhabitants. This time, there was no rebuilding. Carthage was erased from history as a great city, its ruins left as a silent testament to its once mighty past. With Carthage gone, the Byzantine Empire lost its last foothold in North Africa. The region now belonged to the Umayyad Caliphate, marking the beginning of a new era where Islamic culture, language, and influence would dominate the land. The once great Carthage, which had stood for over 800 years, was now nothing more than a memory, its legacy carried on in history books and ruins that still stand in modern-day Tunisia. And that's your fun fact about the final fall of Carthage. This city saw some of the greatest wars in history, from the Punic Wars to the rise of Islam. What do you think? Could Carthage have survived if history had played out differently? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more amazing historical insights. Want to support my work? Join me on Patreon, buy me a coffee, or Ko-Fi to help keep these stories coming. Until next time, keep exploring the past. It shapes our future.